and is able to draw ball 4.
Broken bat flare, and that one bounces past Campbell into right field.
Defensive play early in the game that cost a couple runs for the Red Sox, and he'll stroke a line drive base hit.
Well struck ball off his bat is now Langford steps in. Ground ball, that's through into left field. Another base hit. Back. Langford 3 hits in the series so far. Hits this on the ground left side, and it's gobbled up by Bregman. His throw to first is wide though. Right back to the plate. That ball hit hard. Out to right field. Back toward the corner. Abreu trying to wave it back, but it's gone. Langford hammers that ball high in the air to left. Back on it is done. He's at the wall, and that is gone. 2-1. And that one shot out into right field. That's a base hit. Seager turns, heads to third. Langford on the hustle to second, and he's thrown out. Jonah Heim stepped out there. This ball smoked deep out to left. That could be trouble. It's gone. Tyone working with some decent pace to this one, and that ball swung on. That's belted deep out to left, and that one is gone. Langford well enough in check. Tyone could continue. That's pulled right down the line for extra bases. Langford's fast. He takes an aggressive turnaround first, hustling to second, and he is just in there. He can get somebody on. That one on the ground, up the middle. Long throw across his body, not in time. Great job. 1 strike pitch. And that one lined out to right field, a base hit. Now he handled that team and handled that situation so gracefully. That ball's pounded deep out to left. I don't know where Andujar's going because there's no chance.
I think to Shohei Ohtani.
This one scooped down into center field. That's a base hit.
Others when the stats show that.
Well, that ball is crushed. A soaring blast to left. That is gone. Again, right back at him, and that is lined out to the alley in left field. It gets down for a base hit. Langford hustling out of the box, gets to second, and he.
Langford.
It's this ball hard out into left field. That's a base hit. Smith at first. 1-1 to Langford. And a slow dribbler down the third baseline.
Here's Wyatt Langford with 2 outs and Berger at third base. There's a line drive base hit, and the Rangers are on the board. Cut off by the left fielder Ramos. Langford trying for second base. Above average, Adames is ranked among the worst defenders so far. Here's a drive out by Langford. Left center field. It's over the head of Lee, and it one hops off the wall. Lee's going to try to get it in, but Smith's on his way to the plate.
It's very difficult to pick up the rotation, the spin.
Broken bat fly ball and a base hit for Langford. He has 3 hits tonight.
8 walks already, 12 strikeouts to his name, 3-1 to him. And this is flicked to right field, falling quickly, and that is down for Langford. He's sprinting for second. The throw off balance.
Rangers at every base for Wyatt Langford. And he'll hammer that down the third baseline. That's a base hit. A bad carom out to left field. That'll clear the bases. Tavares scores easily. 3-2 on the way. And that's the other way. Out to right field. It drops in front of Butler. And this one lined into left field. That's a base hit for Langford. And hit this one sharply on the ground and through into right field. And Seager got everything started with a double. This one up the middle. That's a base hit. Another run is in.
Raise a pitch up.
The payoff, and that one is up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. Boy, that's a nifty at bat.
I think you'd vote Brett Boone, but
this one out over third and down toward that left field corner. That'll be extra bases for Langford. Langford would like to put an end to that. And he smashes that ball deep out to right field. That's got a chance. Gone. 31 years old. And that ball is lined out to right field, headed to the gap. Cut off out there by Moniak, who's playing very deep.
There's that number. Most in Major League Baseball, those 67 hits allowed.
Well, this ball hit hard out to right field. Bouchard's back, and that is gone! Langford! Here's the payoff. And a ground ball in the hole short. Diving stop Pena. His only play is nowhere, and he throws it away. A run is in. Langford.
Ball to catch when it's hitting a runner.
That ball's hit hard. Down the left field line. Gone!
Yeah, you've got Gold with Brendan Rodgers at second base. You've got three. Tell you what, this is a good approach right now. A little bit of an adjustment.
So I think I remember a picture of Devin Williams.
Oh, that one blasted past third. Langford with a well-struck double. In the Arizona League, the 2-2 pitch. That ball's hit hard. Out into left field, base hit. So they're going to kind of have to figure out a way to manage play at first. That ball smacked right off Berg. Wilson's 2-2, and that one is hit into left field, base hit. Out of center field in the minor leagues, but it's Langford getting the start there today. A bouncer back of third, and that was going to make for a long throw. Instead, they'll throw back to second today during batting practice, too. That ball hit hard down the left field line. That is gone! Hitting streak, thanks to that home run yesterday, his 10th of the year. And he hits that sharply past third. He's hitting the wall. Ball in the air, left field, carrying back near the fence, and that is gone.
No, I don't think he's going to slider in this situation.
2-2. He goes with the curveball, and that ball's hit hard out to left field, and that one is up against the wall. Smith around third. They'll send him to the plate. He'll score. Down here affects guys. The 1-2, and that's on the ground right side and through, base hit for Wyatt Langford. He has 1-1. And that's out to right field. That's got a chance. It drops in. Base hit. Here comes Smith. He scores. Cover with a bullpen that's well rested. Bouncer up the middle. And a diving stop. And Abrams' glove flip goes wide of second.
Does he have metal in his face?
I don't know, but that ball's just smoked out to left field. And it is gone. So 16-4, and there's a ground ball through the left side, a base hit. Most power on this team, though, 12 home runs. And he hammers a ball down the left field line, and that one is gone off the pole. And I don't know that there's complete coordination among the three, but they do feel like it's time to sell. Is this one?
He swings to the first pitch, base hit. Smith digging for third. Langford smokes this one to left center. It's a base hit. 2-2 to Langford. Swinging a shot through the middle, a base hit. Langford turns around to 90. Savali to here. Oh, cricket swing. That's going to be a tough play. Savali hesitated. He's got no chance.
And he rips this one past third. That'll get Haggerty to the plate. Langford cruises to second.
Path are the two simple things that I would think about.
This one out to center field. That gets in for a hit.
This is for him across the board.
0-2. And that one is down the third baseline, and that's a base hit. Will be more. Langford digging around first. He has an easy.
It's a little bit of both, right? I think Berger's at bat is the key at bat.
There's a base hit up the middle. Langford tighten this game up in a hurry, and he hits that ball hard out to left field. That's a base hit. I'd give it a shot. This ball lined into left. Base hit for Langford. So welcome back, Wyatt. Langford hits this one down the line, and that's a fair ball. Seager's in. Simeon will score. Into third base is Jonah Heim. be done for the night. Langford. It's deep out to left, and yeah, that is also gone.
Is to mess up the timing of the hitter. That's all your job is to do.
Smashed down to third, off of Moncada's glove, and
with a collared shirt underneath it.
Well, first pitch swinging, and Langford hammers another one. And he hits that hard out to left field. That will drop in for a hit. Good start by Semien. He'll score easily. Pretty nice road trip going. And he hits that sharply down to third. Backhand stop by Paredes. He dives to the bag, but can't get there in time.
Now that this ball game is a little bit closer.
This one looped out over third by Langford. You don't have a lot of speed over there at first. But that ball's hit hard. And Seager's not going to have to run hard. Blasted out over the Crawford boxes. A home run in the 7th inning. And he hits this one out over third. It's a 4-hit night for Wyatt Langford.
Loose it up, Brian King. 3-2, line to left. That's down for a base hit. Altuve is up with it.
Yeah, he still has more balls than strikes thrown. And there's a ground ball shortstop. Wilson with a good spin. His throw to first not in time. Langford has to get out of the inning, no harm done. Langford, though, would like to make sure there is some harm, and he delivers right there. Down the left field line and into the corner. Good enough to get Semien to the plate. 30th pitch of the inning. The 2-2. And Langford hits it well, deep out to left center, and that one is down for a base hit. Smith is in. Semien scores. Here comes Garcia. Yeah, this ball is in the hole short, goes off of Allen's glove. Left-hander ready. When the lineup turns over, this one is lined out over third. That's a base hit. Good start out of the box for Langford, at least for accounting purposes. This one is lined out over short. That's a base hit. So Langford is aboard. Haggerty takes a turn, pause, now hits for third, and he is in there.
1,000 people sitting on their hands and watching a baseball game.
It feels neutral side-ish tonight as this one is rolled up the middle here. And Langford make it 3 for 3. Soriano. He could spike one. This one lined to right field. That will get down, base hit. Semien went back to tag, and now here comes the throw. Marcus will score, heading to second. Langford, and he overslid the bag. And Langford hits that hard. Out to left field. That one is off the fence. Wyatt hustling for second, and he'll have it easily. It's his 15th start of the year. And this one's rolled up the middle. That's a base hit for Langford.
Got to, and it would have been an extra base hit.
This one hit hard out to right field. That has a chance, or does it? Oh, it's off the glove. Canzone looked like he had it for a moment. And he hits this one sharply into right. That's a base hit. Garcia scores easily. Haggerty racing to third. He'll get down. He's in there. Freed's 3-1. And that ball's hit hard down the left field line, and that one is in there for a base hit. He'll hustle to second, and Langford last inning. Langford breaks his bat, flares that one out over short. That's in for a hit.
Scoring position. There was talk of him maybe tipping his pitches with guys on second.
Third straight base hit center field. Seager coming home.
You see them get to the playoffs, and a lot of times they'll have some struggles with those guys. And
Wilson ready again. And there's a swing and a drive. Deep out to left. That one is gone! It had been a month and exactly 100 plate appearances since his last home run. He'll roll this up the middle. Very disciplined to his interpretation of the zone. It's out hard out to right field, down the line, and that one is off the fence and in play, and Langford slides into second.
Got a slurve.
1-2, and a bouncer in the hole short. That one is through into left field, a base hit. So Langford together, and string together some wins. This ball hammered down the left field line. That is gone. Langford.
Now I get it. A lot of new stadiums, they want a lot of suites.
This one lined softly into left field, and Seager waiting on deck. If Langford could get on, that would give them hope, and he does. A base hit and a right field. He did not actually appear in a game, thanks to Tommy John surgery. Langford hammers that deep out to left. It is gone over the bullpen. A solo home run to start the ball game. Two looking for these Rangers hitters, and Langford shoots it up the middle. That's a base hit. Team in the league. 2-2, and that's blasted deep out to left center, and that one is gone. On the ground, up the middle, that's a base hit. Langford is on. He's going for two. Here comes a throw, not in time. Really nice job in left field a moment ago, and he rips this one over third. That'll be extra bases down that left field line and into the corner. Langford, maybe that they take Stephen Kwan out. The Rangers have taken Seager out. This ball is ripped into left field. That's a base hit. Hellman has excellent speed. He's into third and will stop there. So it'll be in the hands of Wyatt Langford. And he'll go after the first pitch. A flare out toward right. Drops in, base hit. 2 runs will score. Soriano, and this one lined to center. That's a base hit.
Good enough to play up here. Let's see what happens.
Langford flares one out over first, and that one drops in. And that one is lined into left field. When you get into that spot, sometimes you have to take. Here it comes. Yeah, that's swung on and driven down the left field line. If that stays fair, that'll be extra bases. Karam's off the fence over Ward.
You think they're out of the hunt, they'll reel off 6 out of 7.
Langford into left field, a base hit. Carroll right behind Wyatt. And that one is cranked to left field. Cortez backtrack wall. That one is out of here. Throwing to Moreno tonight. Langford nearly homered last time. This one is smacked to left field. It's back and it's out of here. Lightning does strike twice. Go to his bench, and then Berger. Langford 1-0, and that's looped into left, a base hit.
Expecting a change up here.
That one is smacked down into left center field. That's a base hit. They're playing very deep, but Langford will cruise to second base. The 8th inning. Langford battling the 7th pitch of this at bat, and he hits it hard deep out to left, and that one is off the fence, and it crosses up Trammell. Langford turns second, but he'll hold. Other than Patrick, who struck him out both times. And that's out into the alley in right field. That gets down, and that will head all the way to the deepest part of the yard. Around third base, Smith, he'll score. Langford into third. Knew how to execute that play. So now, first pitch swinging, and that one's lined down into left field. That's a base hit. Smith off and running to third. Beasley throws up the sign. 7 hitters. Those are the only times more than 6 in an outing. There's a swing, and that's lined into center, base hit. Around third base, Harris. He scores! Stuff. Doesn't blow anybody away. This one lined out into the alley and right field. 28-year-old lefty King checks second, delivers. There's a swing and a bouncing ball left field. That's a base hit. They're going to go ahead and wave Hine. Here comes the throw, and he is out. Boy, they went from pitcher to hitter.
Yeah, and it.
Ooh, that ball smashed deep out to left field. Hernandez is back. That is gone off the facing of the second deck. Langford's 22nd home run of the year, and at long last gets the Rangers on the board in this one.